What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you. But you know what we got to do first. We got to talk about those things that generate a little revenue for the show. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. Do you know you can support this show for as little as $3 a month? Less than the cost of a beer. For just a touch more, just a little bit more. You can get the audio ad free. You can get the video versions a week early. Get them uncensored. Get bonus content. Get your name in the credits. All at patreon.com/MattSlayer. We're also brought to you by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Pick yourself up a hat, a shirt, a hoodie. Tell the world you're a drinking buddy by picking up some merch at anwd.net/merch. We are also proud to be brought to you this week by our friends at Iron Tech Doll. Are you feeling bored or lonely? Are you looking for something exciting? Visit IronTechDoll.com. where artistry meets intimacy. Discover the most realistic silicone love dolls, crafted with precision and unmatched customization. Shop and use promo code BIC for an exclusive discount at IronTechDoll.com. Also, are you an adult entertainer or influencer? Join IronTech's replica program or become a KOL/KOC partner. Let IronTech bring your likeness to life, or explore how their lifelike dolls can elevate your brand. Reach out to Scott at IronTechDoll.com to learn more. Remember, go to IronTechDoll.com today and use promo code BIC for an exclusive offer. Last but certainly not least, the things you can do to support this show that cost you nothing, absolutely nothing. First, Signal Boost. Tell your friends. Let people know about the show. And last but certainly not least, the easiest way you can support this show is go to youtube.com/andnowwedrink and subscribe. Why are you not watching the video versions? My guest this week is AVN's Trans Performer of the Year 2025, the one and only Brittany Kade. This was recorded before Brittany's win. Obviously, we're not celebrating it on air, but this was a super fun episode. It was awesome to get to know Brittany. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy Drinking Buddies.
When aliens come to take over, they look at us like we're out of our minds now. We're gonna galactic makeover, and now we're thinking that they just might be right. I cannot wait for this whole world to end. I'm gonna break out the bottle with my friends. I think they'll tell the best stories when we're gone. And now we drink.
Brittany, what the hell's going on?
Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
My absolute pleasure. I'm glad I got to introduce you to some internet culture before we got on air.
Right, yeah. Learning so much already.
We are an educational show.
Very, yeah.
One of these days, someone will teach me how to read.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm ready for that one. It's a big one.
Wait, I thought that was the whole point of this week's episode, was you were going to teach me how to read. I was lied to.
I can read Braille.
Fuck, you can read multiple languages? I can't read shit? What? I feel so inadequate. And you have a bigger dick than I do, too. So, why am I even here? Why am I even here, Brittany?
I can just take over.
It's your show now. Have a good life. Enjoy.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to my first episode. You guys are going to love this.
Okay, I'm back. A little more serious. A little. Just a touch. So you just flew back into town today, though?
The other day.
The other day? Where you been traveling to?
Oh my gosh. I was out in Las Vegas. Really exciting news. I am part of the DVD that Aubrey Kate is doing, like her directorial debut and like a studio comeback. And I got to be a part of that. And it was so much fun. We were shooting for 3 days straight. It was intense, but honestly, one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever done. Or DVD, yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't realize they were still making actual DVDs.
Yeah. I guess for like the nostalgic, little collectible.
Oh, like it's a limited edition box set?
Right, yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you on the cover?
Oh, yeah. It'll be me, Aubrey, and my good friend Angelica Good.
Awesome.
Starring in it, yeah.
Hell yeah. That used to be the goal for everybody when they got in, was like the box cover.
Right, yeah.
It's just like, back in the days, like, Some Twitter fame was cool, all that, but the box cover.
I still get like pretty obsessed when I see covers posted on like Twitter or X, and I'm like right front and center. I love it.
Hell yeah. I mean, what's the point in doing this if you're not fucking front and center of it?
Even if I'm on the back, it's still pretty cool, but I like to be on the front. I'm not gonna lie.
Why would you? Like, why would you want, like, it's good. Yes, it's an honor to be there, but it's still like, they gotta scroll. Why do you want them to scroll? No, you want to be boom right there.
People have no attention spans anymore. So like,
What?
Exactly. They're not going to turn over the back cover to see me.
No. I mean, maybe after they came. Like, they're like, oh, well, now that, I cleared it up. I'm like, oh, what's the plot of this?
The post clarity, yeah.
Yeah, the post nut clarity is real. The post nut clarity is real. Have you ever had any weird, like, hookup moments where you, like, post nut clarity, you're just like, oh, shit, maybe this wasn't the best idea?
No, I'm very strategic about my sex life.
Good for you. Shit. I definitely cannot say the same. I make poor dick choices all the time.
I'm definitely getting something out of it. So for me, it's always worth it.
I feel like I'm always getting something out of it too. Sometimes all I'm just getting out of is an orgasm, but
I need more.
What do you need out of a hookup?
Ooh, promises.
You want someone to just lie to you?
I don't know. I'll take money too. That's always good.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No.
Did a little research before the episode. I saw you say in a previous interview, you're like, you would take love over money.
I did?
Yeah.
When was that?
Like over a year ago at AVN.
Oh, I was in a relationship. Not anymore.
It took a little while for the post nut clarity to kick in, apparently.
Right. Take the money and run.
It's amazing how much shit could change in a year.
Right. No, yeah. I was a little baby.
Aw.
I got a cat, so.
Well, that's a downgrade.
Well, he's a Maine Coon, which are like the biggest breed in the world. So
that cat's got to be almost bigger than you.
He's like 15 pounds, and he is like less than 1 year old.
Holy shit! How big is he gonna get?
He could get up to like 20, I think. A 20-pound cat. It's insane.
That's the kind of thing that you saw it out in the wild. Be like, I need to back away slowly before you murder me.
He's my guard dog, disguised as a cat.
Well, and I think those things have like some dog tendencies too, don't they?
They do. Yeah. He's like super friendly. He's like a golden retriever and a cat.
Aw.
It's so sweet.
What made you decide to go with a Maine Coon?
I used to have a similar breed growing up, and, I did the whole small dog Pomeranian thing, and that like ended terribly. So I'm like, let me do the opposite, big cats.
More importantly, are you happier now though? 100%.
I love my kitty cat.
Well, and just life, like away.
Oh, yeah. That too. No, I was like, I don't know. I do better when I'm single, I think. And yeah, I've been thriving. So
chasing that bag.
Chasing the bag. I'm about to buy my first house. So really excited.
You can afford LA real estate?
I wish. Oh my God. Vegas.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say, look at you, baller. LA real estate. Shit. But it was still, Vegas is getting more expensive.
It is, but not compared to LA.
Oh, I know.
I'll do LA like maybe after I get married and I have like a settlement or like alimony.
You're like, after the first marriage.
Yeah. It'll be in the prenup.
No, you don't want. You don't want to fuck around with someone who makes more or less than you, where you need a prenup. You want a no prenup.
No, they're gonna have one for me.
Well, no,
and in that I get a house in the divorce.
Or just be like, we're so in love, we don't need a prenup, and then just take them for fucking half.
Ooh, I'll have my attorney contact them.
Right? Like, so, have you ever been married before?
No.
You're going the opposite route. You're like, we're doing the first one for my second one for love?
I don't know. Both my parents were like multiple divorces. So I just like, I'm a firm believer in like, if you love someone, I don't think you need like certificate or anything. I mean, I will take a ring, but
Who wouldn't?
right? Yeah.
See, I'm of two mindsets. Like, one, on a moral level, it's like, why do I need the government to incorporate my love? Why do I need the government to like sign documents and should be like, oh, we're in love. We formed a corporation together. We get breaks on our taxes now because we incorporated our love with the government. On the flip side, there's that scary later in life shit where it's like, oh, if I get into a car accident because they're not legally attached to me, some other motherfucker from clear across the country who is legally, genetically related to me gets to make life or decisions about me, even though they may not fucking know me. That part is the only reason it's like, oh, maybe sign on the dotted line, maybe.
True. Yeah. And I do think like long term also like, I don't know, some girls get some really good settlements. So sometimes it's worth it,
I have never been a very rich man. I've been upper middle class in the best case scenario in my life. And even then I was like, yeah, the one time I almost got married, I'm like, prenup.
Yeah. If I ever did get married and the person did not have an equal income or higher, I would definitely prenup it for sure.
Are you really looking to fuck around with someone who's making less than you?
I don't know. I like all different types of guys.
What does a dude have to bring to the table if he's not making as much money as you?
He's got to be really cute.
But that shit fades. That shit fades.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. If you have a good surgeon, does it really fade?
Well, yeah, but you got to have money for that. Are you gonna pay for your dude's surgery?
His facelift.
Yeah. You're going to pay for his facelift, his tummy tuck, his hair plugs. You're going to send him to Istanbul so he can get his fucking head done.
Ooh, turkey. I'll get him an influencer package.
Come back with those just shiny white teeth.
Ooh, I love it.
Well, it's nice that you would do that for him, but like, not everyone would. But that shit still eventually fades a little bit.
True. No, I think like connections, everything. And I don't really always vibe with a lot of people. I'm very selective with the people that I date. And yeah, I don't know. I think if you got it, you got it.
Well, so what vibes are you looking for? Like, what are you looking to do with your ideal, partner? Like, how are you spending your free time? Like, how are you guys vibing when you eventually leave the bedroom? Because you can't stay there 24/7.
Right. I like a guy that has like his own life going on, has like his own work, his own like friends and social life outside of me, and is also like, I don't know, a nice person. I do like older guys, so that does help.
Well, I feel like nice person is just the baseline. When like you're gonna get me started here, because when dudes are like, I'm a nice guy, why is no one fucking me? It's like, because nice is the fucking baseline, bro. Nice is not something you actually have to fucking offer someone. That's not something you have to offer a partner. Of course you're gonna be nice to the person you want to be involved with, that you want to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a qualifier. Like, figure out something else. Do something.
Right.
Not, I'm nice. Why is no one fucking? Fuck you.
They definitely have to do some favors for me, for sure.
What's considered a favor?
Oh, I don't know. It's different depending on their occupation.
Okay. What are some previous favors that have been done for you?
Like, I've gotten boob jobs. I've never paid for a boob job, and I've had two. And I mean, there's that. So, and also presents. I like going on vacation to other countries. Those are always great favors.
Hell yeah. I want to ask first, how long into the relationship before they bought the boob job?
Oh, I was with a guy maybe a month. My first boob job. He was also like Canadian, and I was like 18. He was like 36. And I'd met him once. He came out to my hometown, which is Indio, like Coachella area. And we went to LA and spent the weekend with him. And then I was like, okay, like I want my boobs. And I went to the plastic surgeon's office, and he had to like call on the phone because he was like in Canada, and gave like his American Express card. So
After one weekend, you're like, and he was just down with this.
Yeah. And my second, I think I was with him. It was also like less than a month. And I told, I wanted like double my size. And he had a hookup too. So
how long were you with these dudes after the boob jobs?
I ran after the first guy. I was maybe with him. I saw him when he came back. Like he came back from Canada to see me once. And I like left in the middle of the night.
Did he at least get to play with what he purchased?
For a night or, like 2 nights.
Okay. Well, okay. At least because that would have been really cold blooded to be like, oh, you paid for these. You can't even touch them, dog.
I'm not that evil.
But damn. Pro tip, like at least be in a relationship for a month before you buy tits for someone, apparently.
Well, I mean, the second guy I was with him for 2 years.
Okay,
so I made up for it.
Because I feel like we got to be serious before I'm buying these surgeries.
Do you?
I think so.
What about if you're like, your kink is like bimbofication?
Well, seeing as that's not my kink, I don't know. It's kind of like feet aren't my jam either. So like I understand it's a thing people are into, but it's not like, oh, I'm not like, oh my God, feet. Ooh. So I don't understand the extreme measures to get my rocks off to that kink.
Mm-hmm.
I understand people do it. And if it's not going to fucking make you homeless to do it, and both of you are happy and in agreement, no harm done.
Right.
Now, if that poor bastard had his heart broken because he's like, I bought her tits, and then she was out.
Yeah, I don't even remember the first guy's name. Sorry.
Go check your receipt. He signed it, right? Check the receipt.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. But I can't.
Oh, whatever. You were 18. Whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I really wanted them.
Hell. Like, no shame there. Like, I definitely don't remember some of the people I fucked at 18. Like,
yeah. How can you?
There's some boring motherfuckers out there who are like, I fucked one person.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
How do you know it's good until you've like had a lot, you know?
Because you have nothing to compare it to.
Right, exactly.
So you're like, oh shit, it was warm and wet and I got off. That must be good. And then.
But what was that smell?
You don't know. It's like, this is just what life is. Like, I compare it to, I grew up in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Chicago has brutal winters. Brutal. But growing up there, this is just what life is. This is just what you know. You don't realize that, like, oh, hey, I could go somewhere else like Southern California and never have to deal with this again.
Right.
It's just what life is. So I feel like if you don't have the experience to experience good pussy or someone's good genitals and all you experience is bad, you're like, this is great. I got genitals.
And I think that is better than nothing, too.
I don't know. There are definitely some people that I have fucked where it's just like, I should have just jerked off.
Ooh.
I definitely just should have jerked off. Like,
you want to call them out?
Unfortunately, or fortunately, none of them are of any note. So if I were to be like, call them out, my audience would be like, who? Just they exist. They exist. I've made some poor dick choices. I fucked a lot of people while drunk. I happen to have the misfortune of when I'm drunk and, pussy presents itself, I sometimes just go, yeah, that sounds like fun. And then after the fact, that post-nut clarity is like, no, going home and jerking off probably would have been the better plan here.
The post-nut clarity always comes back to that.
It does. It's a very important thing, and people need to understand before you get the poison out, the hormones are just making you make bad choices.
I take hormones, so maybe that's why I don't experience that.
Not to the same degree.
Right, exactly. Mine are calculated.
I envy you on that. Because as I said, there's definitely been a number of times in my life where it's just like, yeah, jerking off would have been probably more satisfying and less of a headache.
Well, it's more convenient, but I mean, sometimes you just got to put yourself out there.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what happened. In all reality, you should regret in life what you don't do, not what you do.
What you don't do. Yeah, true.
I didn't know that person was going to suck in bed until we fucked.
Oh, true.
I could have assumed. I probably should have assumed in some cases, but
It's a learning experience.
Yeah.
The more you know.
It's only actually a mistake if you do it again. When you're like, that was horrible. That was a bad idea. And then you're like, yeah, let's do it again. Let's see if it's a different result.
True. Yeah. You have to take that information and just like either not do it again or, warn other people.
It depends on why it sucked. Like, if it's because the person the genitals are attached to sucks, then you warn people. If it was just like, this sex wasn't for me, it might be awesome for someone else.
Yeah.
Someone might be into someone who's super submissive and just fucking starfishes. I don't know. I mean, not my jam, but I'm sure there's somebody who's into it.
For sure.
So I don't want to tell you don't have a good time because I didn't have a good time. It's just like, I'm into some foods that I'm sure you're not into and vice versa.
Do you tell them after that you had a bad experience, or do they know? Or what if they're like, oh my God, that was so good. I can't wait to see him again.
Oof. That's situational. But I've been a piece of shit before. Yeah. I've just been like, have a good life.
Blocked.
Nah, I don't block people.
No.
They get the point.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah.
I'll block.
How fast do you block?
Right away. I'm not afraid to block people. I mean, there's a million people in the world. There's a million options for me to fuck. If I don't like you, on to next.
So are you blocking because of personality or just because your genitals didn't match?
Oh, I never block over genitals. It's 90% personality. Yeah. Or just like creepy.
Well, yeah, you definitely don't want to invite creepy back into your life.
Yeah, I'll pass.
People need to get the fucking hint.
People aren't self-aware.
It's true. It's true. For myself, it's just like the general rule of thumb is like, I'll text twice, and if I don't get a response, well, I'm just not texting you again.
Well, I'm a really bad texter. Like, you may have to text me like 4 times. Because I also have 2 phones and like 4 phone numbers. So, like, you have to try them all.
No. I don't think I do, because at that point, I'm not a priority. You're not thinking about me. You're not reaching. Because if I text twice and you don't reach out to me, you're not trying to contact me, I'm not a priority. Why am I going to spend my time and energy on someone who doesn't consider me a priority?
But what if I was on set for like 12 hours today and like I got my whole like blown out. I'm like so exhausted. I'm about to like pig out and knock out. Like,
well,
and then I'll text you as soon as I'm in bed, like thinking about you.
Right. Well, then you text me and we have reset the 2 count.
Okay.
Like, it's not like, 2 and then you text me back at, we're done. But it's like, I'll text you twice, but I'm not reaching out again without any like reciprocal communication.
How long before they don't respond to where you're like, okay, moving on?
Pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I don't know. In my experience, like, especially when shit's new, people are excited to reach out to the person they're like in a fucking honeymoon phase with.
Right.
And it's like, if we're not matching energy here, what the fuck am I doing here?
I guess so. Yeah.
As you said, there are billions of fucking people on this planet.
True.
Why the fuck am I going to waste my time with someone who's just like, well, that's my, back burner option.
Plan B.
Yeah. Like, nah, fuck that. Plan A or get the fuck out.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think like with my experience, I feel like I kind of just have to gauge into their mind and try and think about how they see me or perceive me and us. And then I can like make a decision on how much attention I'm going to get them.
How do you gauge that?
Well, I have to realize, okay, why do they want me? Do they want me just for the night? Just so that they can say, oh, I fucked Brittany Kade, I fucked this porn star. Or is it because they've never been with a trans girl before and they want to experiment? Or, I mean, there's a million different reasons.
So how often does that come up where it's just like someone's effectively using you because they've never been with a trans girl before?
Oh, that's like 90% of my DMs. Like, oh my God, I've never done it. I really want to. So
how does that make you feel?
I mean, I understand it because like, there aren't like a whole lot of open guys that, fuck around with girls like me. So, and there's a lot of like stigma and like secrecy and I understand it, but part of me getting into the industry was also like a way of me being like, okay, well, if you're going to treat me like that, then I'm getting something out of this, whether that's a boob job or, a check.
I mean, that's got to suck where, like, you're a human being and someone's just boiling you down to, oh, hey, I've never done this. I just want you for my sexual gratification because it's novel. Like, completely discounting that you're a person, feelings, all that shit. That's got to suck.
I don't know, because I am self-aware. So I understand that I objectify myself on camera. So people are going to objectify me in person, So comes with it.
Well, for sure. It doesn't make it suck any less.
Yeah, I guess. But I kind of do like being just like a little fleshlight sometimes.
Well, and if you're consenting to that and that's what you're down with, there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
right, yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I don't know. It's just, if you're like, get into the situation, like, yeah, use me like a fleshlight, cool. But it's got to be difficult. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, to like have to decode every interaction with everyone who's coming at you. Like, is this person just trying to fuck me because of that's novel, or do they legitimately want me? Or are they going to put themselves out there and then be fucked up about their feelings and then back the fuck away, like profess their fucking love and be like, oh shit, I really want you, and then get in their fucking head because of societal norms or some bullshit?
Yeah, I've experienced all of it. It sucks and it's complicated. I think that's why I'm single right now.
As a cis dude, like a cis heterosexual dude, there's a lot to question in just normal, like, normal's not the proper, like a cis hetero interaction versus like, outwardly cis hetero dudes being like, so hey, what up?
Right, yeah. No, there's definitely like, I feel like a lot of change that I want to see happen. And it has happened over the past years. Like, more guys aren't afraid to be into what they're into, and like have actual serious relationships with us, which is, I always love to see it. But it's kind of rare, especially for the ones that are like on camera in the industry.
And unfortunately, like, I understand that from a societal level, because it's just like nobody really wants to be like, hey, I'm doing something different. Like, people just, especially when it comes to sex, it's like, oh, that's not, quote, normal, so it's weird, and to worry about what their boys say or some shit like that. It's like,
yeah,
the amount of shit dudes do because their boys talk shit it's wild. And I'm guilty of that in my life too.
But girls are the same way too. Like, I know some girls that are like, oh my God, I would never date a guy that's under 6 foot or doesn't have like chiseled abs or doesn't look a specific way, which I think is just as icky.
I'm not knocking anybody for if that's what you specifically like. If you're like, I'm attracted to people generally that are, built like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing wrong with preference.
Right. But if they don't want to be seen because they're afraid of like what their girlfriends are going to think about them and their new guy, and oh my God, he's 5'3", like, that's when it's, I don't know. Like,
no, that's when it's fucked up. Like, when you're like, oh, I'm legitimately into these short kings, and I'm just not doing it because my friends are going to talk shit and I'm worried about what their opinion of me is. Right. That's when it's fucked. But if that's like legitimately like, no, this is what I'm into.
Different story.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's all based on what the nuance of the situation is, not the end result. I've been drinking. Don't mind me.
And cheers to that.
Cheers. Oh, yeah, fucking cheers. I'm such a fucking rude host.
Cheers.
Cheers. I opened this up with just being silly, and they're like, oh, I forgot to cheers you. I'm a fucking monster. I'm so sorry.
Bottoms up.
You were saying earlier that one of the other things that you like to be gifted with is international travel. Mm-hmm. Where do you go? Where's the spot?
I've been to Costa Rica and Barbados. I love an island. I love like being in a bikini and like spending the entire day just laying on the beach, maybe with a pina colada
Just one? Just one?
and my giant coconuts.
So are you rolling all inclusive, or are you just, actually going out and like getting a resort and, seeing the fucking island, seeing where you're at?
When I travel, especially to like, I don't know, like outside America, I don't like to do just the resort. That's so weird to me. Like if you're gonna just go to a resort, like do that in your hometown. I want to see like the monkeys and like I want to go zip lining and yeah.
No, I'm right there with you. Like international travel is one of my fucking passions, and whenever I travel, like what I want to do is get an Airbnb or get a hotel in like in a neighborhood,
Mhm.
and then go out into a neighborhood, go into like local bars and shit. Like, what do I need to see in your city?
Right.
Like, I don't want to a fucking all inclusive resort. Like,
No.
fuck that. Like, I just go to Vegas. I would just go to fucking Vegas and like get a hotel on the fucking strip if I wanted to do that garbage.
It's the equivalent of like also going to Costa Rica and then like eating at Subway. Like, what are you doing? Why are you here if you're not gonna explore and like try new things?
100%. Like, no, I want to eat in local restaurants. I want to eat local cuisine.
Yeah.
I want to figure out the money. I want to figure out public transit. I want to, fuck that. Just like, oh hey, I'm in Cancun and I'm being waited on hand and foot, and I can't go outside of this hotel because there's walls, and fuck that.
Yeah. No,
Fuck
I like
that.
to explore. I'm an adrenaline junkie.
What else do you do to fill that, that need?
I've done like skydiving before. I do like ziplining. I just did it in Hawaii. I kind of get a little adrenaline rush every time I go to set. You never know what to expect sometimes.
How was that first skydiving experience? I'm assuming you did tandem.
Oh, attached to a guy?
Yeah.
It was fun. There's just so much air like blowing on your face. It's kind of hard to breathe. And yeah, I wasn't expecting that, but it was fun. I liked it.
I've done it too. Like, I had a blast with it. Also, I'm a giant piece of shit because I put my very recent ex-girlfriend at the time on all the waivers if I died. Because you know how they make you sign pages of fucking waivers when
Yeah.
you jump. I put her contact information for everything.
Oh my God.
So it was like, if I die here, she's the first one getting the call. I'm such a piece of shit.
Oh, she was hoping.
I was just, I did it very much right after a breakup, and I was just like, if I die here, she'll be the first to know. Yeah, just a little jab. Pretty fucking toxic.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Thankfully, we're here. I didn't die. No, it was an absolute fucking blast. Like for half a fucking second afterwards, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do enough jumps to get certified to jump on my own, and then I never followed up on it.
I don't know. I feel like I would do it. I kind of want to do it like on an island so that way I could see like the ocean. It's kind of different. Like I did it out in Paris, California.
Nice.
So I saw a little bit of the water in the distance, really far away, but I kind of want to like, I don't know. I want to see like an ocean, you know?
Hell yeah. I did it at Skydive Chicago, which is out in like 60 miles west of Chicago, like out in farmland. So as you're coming up in the plane, like you see the various plots of people's fucking farms.
Oh, wow.
It's just like, oh, well, that really illustrates how fucking high up we are. It's just like you see the squares of people's fucking farms. I was such a bitch for like the majority of the flight up.
Mhm.
It's just like I don't know how it was for you, but for us, they packed us in this prop plane, and like we're all like fucking in there like sardines.
Yeah.
And it's just up into the sky, and I'm fucking terrified. I am like, holy shit, I could die here. And I'm talking to the dude I'm strapped to. He's like, oh yeah, this time of year I do 8-9 jumps a day. I'm like, oh, I'm a bitch. And as we get to altitude, there's some pro divers that are on the flight with us, and the 5 of them just kind of all go out together, like in various directions. One of them goes sideways, one of them goes backwards, one of them dives out head first. I'm just like, oh, I'm such a bitch. Like those five dudes are just like, this is nothing. The guy I'm strapped to, he'll do this 7 more times today. I'm such a bitch. And once I was in the air, I was just like, well, if something goes wrong here, it's beyond my fucking control. And it was so fucking freeing.
Yeah, I like that feeling. Like, I don't know, you just kind of gotta let it all go. Just jump.
Yeah. And I don't know about where you jumped, but like where I jumped, it treated your tandem jump as like a training jump. So they're like the person who strapped you actually critiqued you and like gave you like a logbook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he was just like, "Yeah, man, you're a little too loose up there." Like, because once I was in the air, like I guess my legs were just kind of dangling. I didn't properly stiffen them up for the dive. I'm like, "Oh, my bad. Whoops."
My guy was like, "Oh, do you want to do like some flips?" And I'm like, oh, "Sure."
How were the flips?
My eyes were closed.
Oh,
yeah, I think the flips were a little too much for me, but other than that, I had fun.
you gonna go again?
I would go again. I really want to take my grandmother like skydiving.
How old's your grandma?
She's about to be 70, so she's done it before. And she's like my biggest supporter. She's like the only one in my family that still talks to me. So I'll take her to like Hawaii and like I'll travel with her. I bring like the fun stuff to her. And it's kind of fun to see her like be young and go a little crazy.
Fuck yeah. No, it's awesome that like she's still at 70 physically able to, and like, I'm gonna do this shit.
Yeah, no, I love her. She's awesome. Shout out to you, Grandma.
Well, it sucks that like the family doesn't support what you've decided to do with your life. You're a fucking adult. Like,
I know, but they're jealous.
it's a jealousy thing?
For sure. My mom, like, she is very similar aesthetic wise to me, like big titty, blonde. Like when she was my age, she was super pretty, like stripper, sex worker. You know, she just wasn't successful. She had a lot of problems, like, and let it get the best of her. And she was so jealous to see me on the up and up and like making all this money. And like, yeah, some people like it could be even your parents, but they don't want to see you succeed, you know, because it makes them feel better.
That's a bad fucking parent.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
I'm never having children. I'm never
Me
having
neither.
children. I've been led to believe like a parent's goal in life is to, you know, make it so their children have a better life than they had.
You would think so.
So that's so fucked that moms is like, "Oh, I fucked up. And I'm upset that, yo, you haven't."
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of highlights the fact that she's in her 40s and like has nothing to her name or nothing to show for anything and has like children that don't even talk to her. So that's her story. So not mine.
No. And
you know,
good on you for getting free and clear of it.
for sure. Yeah.
Some people can't. And I'm sure you see it in your fucking comments. The amount of motherfuckers who are like, "Oh, what would your family think?" Like, live your life for you. It's your life.
Yeah. And that's exactly like what I do. I can't entertain like what they think about me or like what anyone thinks about me for that matter, because I have no control of it. And I mean, I do a lot better when I'm just going to focus on myself.
Exactly. You have no control over what anyone else thinks of you, how they interact with you, how their toxic bullshit is being taken out on you.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you lose any fucking sleep over it?
Right. And it's not even me that she doesn't like. It's the fact that she's a loser. And I kind of just highlight that, you know? So people can be mad at you and you can interpret it however you want, but sometimes it's just projection.
Oh, a lot of times it's just projection.
Mm-hmm.
Successful, happy people don't have time to hate on other people.
Right. Yeah.
I don't have I'm not even all that happy or successful, but I don't have time in the day to fucking be like, I'm going to go just make some random motherfucker feel bad, or I'm going to, you know, try to bring someone else down. Like, I got too much other shit to concentrate on.
Yeah. It's broke bitch behavior.
It is. You have too much time on your hands.
Get a hobby.
Find something. Anything. And
learn to read.
Ouch. Ouch.
Too soon.
Too soon. Too soon. Just because you can read 2 languages.
I'm sorry.
How'd you learn Braille, by the way? Why'd you learn Braille?
I don't know Braille.
Oh, you're just fucking with me earlier. Just fucking with me earlier. I see how it is.
I'm a comedian. Actually, I'm not. I lied about that too.
Did you lie about the musician thing too?
I am a musician, actually. Not lying about that.
I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you anymore, Brittany.
Well, I do have music out, so can't scrub it from the internet.
Can't scrub anything from the internet. It's just forever.
Yeah.
Tell me about the musical career.
I did it when I first got into porn. I was kind of just fucking around with this one music producer that I really vibe with. Her name's Goldilocks, and she's super young, trans producer, and she's so gorgeous and like sweet and nice. And I've worked a lot with her. She kind of got me into it because I was really inspired by, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Aisha Erotica.
I am not.
She kind of inspired me because she's also like, she's kind of a rapper. She's very TikTok famous with her like music, and she really inspired me. She was like rapping about like having big titties and a big dick and making money, being a slut. So I kind of want to incorporate that vibe with my own music when I was like clearly inspired by her. And I got to work with like other really cool musicians like Gracie Jane. I did a track with her last year called Bigger. We got to open with it at the Trans Erotica Award Show, which was really fun. And I got to perform a couple times. And yeah, I really like it. I've also like since gotten to meet Aisha and like had a thing with her manager at one point. But
does she know about that?
She does, yeah.
Okay. If not, she knows now.
No. But yeah, I mean, I have a huge respect for like girls that are trans and in music and like putting their stamp. I'm a huge fan of like Chase Icon. I got to be in her music video. She like name dropped me in one of her songs. And it's just really fun. And yeah, it's always good to have like a creative outlet. Because I am such a hustler and workaholic. I need like something outside of work just for me to really let loose and enjoy myself.
What's the genre of music like for the people who don't know at home?
Hyperpop.
What is hyperpop?
Hyperpop it's like pop, but hyper. It's like, I don't know. It's very much like music for the girls. Like I don't know what music you really listen to in your personal life, but
I have a very eclectic taste, but I am old. I am an old. Like I'm an old metalhead, and then like my tastes have become much more eclectic. Like my tastes go from like fucking death metal to rockabilly, doo-wop, and soul. Like I literally was listening to like the Dion and the Belmonts last night.
Okay.
So like my tastes are all over the place. My biggest problem with modern society in general is it's so hard to be introduced to new music because there's no gatekeepers and tastemakers like there were back in the day. Like back in the day, you were introduced to new music because someone that was a program manager or a radio station or on MTV and decided that's awesome. I'm going to show it to people.
Right.
These days, it's like the algorithm decides if you get to see this or not.
Right. True. I don't know. I guess the algorithm. I mean, I know a lot of people do know about Aisha through the algorithm, and she is like a huge like producer in hyperpop, and I don't know. It's kind of like Nicki Minaj, Lady Gaga, but like times 10 and with a penis.
Times 10 with 10 inches? No. Sorry. That joke was just there. Couldn't stop myself from making it. What other artists would fall into hyperpop?
I'm not sure if you would be familiar.
Well, someone hopefully at home is familiar.
Probably, well, obviously Chase Icon for sure. Brooke Candy, and Slater. There's a lot of like artists that are kind of underground and really like delving into the genre. Kim Petras was like a huge like artist in it too.
Well, according to Wikipedia, I Googled this real quick. hyperpop, sometimes called bubblegum bass.
Ooh, bubblegum bass.
Like, that's a cooler name.
I'm stealing that. Yeah.
I mean, it's in Wikipedia. Right? It's already there. You don't have to steal it. It's there.
Put on the bubblegum bass.
Is a loosely defined electronic music movement and microgenre, primarily originated from the United Kingdom in the early 2010s. It's characterized by maximalist or exaggerated take on popular music and typically integrates pop avant-garde sensibilities while drawing on elements commonly found in electronic, hip-hop, and dance music.
Yeah, it's very electronic, very synth based.
I mean, they're calling Charlie XCX.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Brat is definitely hyperpop.
Cool. Why did you just say that, like, the most famous person?
I just forgot about her. Sorry. She doesn't have a penis. I can't remember them. Sorry.
Do you only remember people with penises?
For the most part.
Well, I'm glad I'll be remembered. I'm glad your publicist does not have a penis. Just FYI.
She's the exception. I love you, Erica. Just
wanted to remind you that you have at least one person in your life.
In my eyes, I love her so much that I mentally give her one.
How big of a cock did you give Erica?
Ooh, probably like down to her kneecaps. Like, you can't tuck it.
Like, flaccid or hard?
Oh, flaccid. Hard, I mean, you're going to break a tooth.
I'm just going to clip that part just for Erica.
Oh my God. I love you, Erica.
That's awesome. So, are you getting out and doing any live performances?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Like concerts or like me performing?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you doing live music.
Yeah, I performed, when was it? A month or two ago with Gracie at Heaven. Heaven's like this huge underground LA hyperpop like show, and it's really fun. I've tried, and I am like in the works of making new music, but for me, it's like I'm such a perfectionist, and I already have so much, or a few things out there that I don't think are perfect, and I know that they aren't. I look back at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, but
it's art. It can't be perfect.
But in my head, I don't want to put anything else out now unless I think it's like perfect. But I know it's almost impossible.
Well, it is impossible. And
yeah.
At least in my personal experience, like there are things that I put out years ago and it's like, oh, that's awesome. And then when I look back, I'm like, oh, that was absolute shit. At the moment, it was like, oh, that's awesome. I did the thing. And then looking back, I'm like, oh, I've learned so much. I've improved.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the natural progression of art. You learn from what you've done. You improve on it.
True.
It's better to just fucking put it out there and see if someone vibes with it. Because art doesn't have to be perfect for people to connect with it. Because I don't know for you, like the goal is for people to enjoy it, connect with it, not necessarily just to stroke my own fucking ego.
True. I just feel like I could work on a song and I have for months, and like months turn into like a year. And it's like, okay, like I have this. A lot of people tell me, oh my God, you need to put it out. We really like it. But I don't know. I just have to be in love with it, I guess, maybe.
Are you worried about negative comments from people about it? Is it like part of the hesitation or?
No, it's, I guess, a personal thing. I want to put like my stamp of approval, and I do hold myself to a high standard, which is ironic because my older music definitely not there. And I guess
that's exactly the point I just made.
Yeah.
I'm sure at the time you're like, this is awesome.
I thought I really did something.
Right. So put it out.
Oh, should we leak it right now?
Well, you would probably accidentally get me a copyright strike on YouTube from it.
Probably my producers are gonna sue you.
Well, please don't. Like,
no, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, thank you. I really just don't want to have to like live in a box on Skid Row because you sued me into oblivion. I would like to think we're cooler than that.
We are. I wouldn't. give you like a written royalty
Aw.
just for playing it. Yeah.
No. Seriously, if you want to give me a copy of it, I will throw it at the end of the video version so people can check it out.
I'll probably send you a snippet. Yeah.
Yeah, send me a snippet. I can definitely edit it in.
Okay, cool.
I'm happy to let the people hear what you got going on.
Ooh, exciting.
Oh, yeah.
You heard it here first.
Unfortunately, a lot of fans of adult don't seem to grasp is like, you're a real human being who has fucking things beyond doing the job. Being on film, like,
I love sex work and it is like a huge part of my life, but definitely do a lot of other things too, you know.
for sure. Do you maintain any civilian friends?
Civilian friends?
Yeah.
Like not in the game?
They're not in the game.
Yeah, I do.
Personally, I think that's super important.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it's important to have civilian friends. I want a couple friends to like call me on my shit when I'm just like, just, been in this too long. Because
right.
it's a different world. Like, I went back to Chicago back in September and it was just like, oh, it's gotten weird that people are calling me by like my fucking civilian, like my legal name. It's just like, oh yeah, there's a whole group of people that know me by my legal name and would never think to call me by my fucking stage name.
So funny.
And it's just like, oh yeah, this is important. It's important to have that disconnect, because if you're just in Hollywood too fucking much,
mm-hmm.
you just get a little disconnected and shit can get fucked up.
It also kind of keeps you humble to seeing how majority of people live. Like, at least with me, like I am around a lot of rich hookers, and like they'll be complaining like, I don't know why he isn't giving me 20K instead of 10, or he's giving me 10 instead of 20. And then I'll like go hang out with my civilians and they'll be like completely different story, and so grateful for, the income that they do get, which is probably like a percentage of
what someone's making in a night.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you down with anyone like that you knew like coming up?
Like before porn?
Yeah. In the pre-porn life.
Probably my grandmother. I'm not like a social butterfly. Like I am now a little bit because my work kind of forces me to.
Yeah, no, it's part of the job.
Yeah.
It's 100% part of the job.
But I am an introvert. Like I don't really, it's not like easy for me to always vibe with everyone. Like I am very selective of not only the guys I date, but also my friends.
You should be.
Yeah.
Not everyone should gain access. And that's not just a you thing. That's a universal thing. You as a person, anyone as a person should be selective about. Not everyone deserves fucking access.
Yeah. No, they don't.
And as you're getting a higher profile in life, you need to be more selective because, once again, it comes to questioning people's fucking motives.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to be intimate or vulnerable with someone? You're like, oh, you're just here for clout. Like, not even on a sexual front, just like, oh, you're just here for clout. You're here to be like fucking seen. Like,
right.
Like, why would you want to validate that?
True. I mean, it is difficult. Like, luckily for me, I do feel like I have some pretty good friends that I met in the industry and I really connect with. I never really got to be friends with like any other trans people before getting into the industry. Like I grew up in kind of like a small town where I was the only like T-girl. So now I feel like I definitely am able to have so many people I can relate to, So there's like also a good side to it.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. That's got to be brutal, just being the only T-girl in town.
It can be. It's a hard job, but I think I did it pretty good.
Well, yeah, obviously you're here and thriving. For better or for worse, we are where we are in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it wasn't for some of the bad times, it wouldn't color the good times.
True. And no, everything happens for a reason, and it makes you who you are. So, for better or worse.
100%. Being the only T-girl in town, like,
Mhm.
Did you just long to get the fuck out?
Well, for me, it was like, okay, I'm very different from everyone around me. I can't relate to anyone here. So I feel like I don't belong. And, there was a lot of people outside my small town that, like, I had sugar daddies that were like, girl, like, you got to get out of here. Like, you're wasting away out here. You need to go to LA. And at first, like, I really didn't understand it. Now, looking back, I totally do. It's just like I've grown so much coming out to LA, and um, I do feel like I belong, like, not in a small town. Like, I'm a big fish. I need to be in a big pond.
Right. Because if you're even in a big fish in a small pond, like, eventually you outgrow the tank. Like, you outgrow the fucking pond.
It's true.
When you were like, oh, I had sugar days in the small town, like, I got fucking, I know this is fictionalized, but I got visions of Hunter Schafer's character in Euphoria. Like,
that was based on my life.
like, that's what I got visions of. And it was like that for you?
Yeah, I was like on Seeking Arrangement at like 16. Like,
oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, doing everything I could out there with those resources to get the body that I wanted, get the life that I wanted. And it ultimately all just led to me coming to LA and being a star.
Did these older dudes like know how young you were?
Some of them did, yeah.
Oh, that's
I mean,
tough.
I did drop out at the 6th grade. I went back senior year. And senior year, by then I was like definitely seeing daddies, and they would pick me up from school. So yeah, they definitely knew. Mostly were married, so I mean, it was all secretive anyways. But yeah, I don't know. I had extensions to buy, so I didn't care about that.
Well, and for sure, I can imagine at the time you were just like, what's the fucking harm? They want to pay, I'm down.
Yeah, I felt like very Anna Nicole too. Like, it was also my first time doing sex work. I remember being in class and like telling all the girls, being like, oh yeah, you could just go on this website, get $500. I just did it last night. And they were like gagged for sure. I was trying to like pimp them out.
You're like, I can get a cut. Just trying to be a madam. Fucking 18-year-old madam in this motherfucker.
I feel like in a past life I was.
Are you right now? Do I?
A madam? Some may say.
Please do not admit to crimes on the internet.
No,
please don't.
I'm not a madam. I am a
I do not want this
person.
This podcast to be Exhibit A. Like, Your Honor. No, I don't want that shit.
I refer girls to guys. Like, if I have a good experience with a client, like, I've, brought them on to the bag, and I think you should do that if you are an escort and you have a good experience, because odds are they're going to like your friends because, I mean, you guys have a lot of common. So, I mean, why not, like, throw them a bag?
High tide raises all ships.
High tide raises all ships. I've never heard that one.
You never heard that one?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Is that like a military term?
No. Fuck no.
Maybe.
No, this is, as the water rises, it raises all ships. Like, instead of trying to just cut out your chunk and fuck everyone else. Like, no. We're a community. Like, if I have it coming in, like, I would rather raise everyone around me.
Right. No, a win for one of us is a win for all of us.
Yeah. Are you still doing full service work now, or?
I have like my sugar daddies. I have regulars that I don't see like any new clients right now. Hate to break it to you guys. But I do have like a lot of regulars, like not a lot, but I just have a lot on my plate with that. And also, I do date in my personal life.
As you should.
Yeah. So like balancing that and like also studio work and OnlyFans. I just don't have as much time to like see a bunch of new clients really and then screen them and all that stuff. So I just have my regulars and then yeah.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's crazy that in 2024, about to be 2025, like this is still an issue for fucking anybody.
What?
Like
Escorting?
Escorting that it's, morally wrong or even still fucking criminal. It's like, I buy you dinner and we fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly legal.
Right.
If I hand you the money for that dinner and we fuck, crime.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of change that needs to happen. I feel like if anything, my generation is definitely the one to do it. As soon as we're of age, like the whole OnlyFans like movement has kind of changed everyone's perspective on sex work, and like everyone's aunt is on there, so you can't really be judgmental about it anymore.
It's been mad polarizing because it's like, yes, there are 2.2 million creator accounts on OnlyFans, last I checked.
Wow. Yeah.
But there's also a ton of red-pilled dudes being like, oh, it is the fault of society. It's like, dog. It's the world's oldest profession for a reason.
It's not going anywhere. I do like the way Canada looks at it because it's not criminalized and they protect the girls a lot more. But America, they need to get their shit together.
Of all the models I've heard, honestly, Japan kind of has the model that I think is...
Japan, yeah, very like...
It's weird. It's a little weird.
I kind of like it though. It's like, I don't know. It's refreshing, I guess.
It is, but it's also like, why is vaginal intercourse the one like illegal thing?
Vaginal intercourse?
Yeah, so...
You can do anal?
Apparently, that's the loophole, but sex work is not illegal in Japan. Vaginal intercourse is the only thing that is illegal.
If you're an escort or like anyone.
Well, no. For escorting, prostitution.
Okay.
For sex work in general, vaginal intercourse is the only thing that's illegal. But neither the provider nor the client can be charged be hit with charges if you break the law. It is only the proprietor of the establishment that can get charged.
Okay, so like the whorehouse.
The brothel owner, the pimp, and they're anti-pimping laws because they come back from World War II. So throw back to my episode with Jake Edelstein in January of 2023. We talk about this while I was in Tokyo. It's at the end of World War II, a lot of families were selling their daughters into sexual slavery. So the government went, whoa, that's not cool.
Uh-huh.
But consensual sex work is fine, except for the vaginal intercourse part.
Okay.
If
I could go out there.
Yeah.
No problem with vaginal intercourse with me.
You don't say.
It's very trans friendly. I support it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's due to Buddhism. Like, don't quote me on that. Like, because I feel like that's
Buddhist was down with anal.
Well, because I don't quote me on this. Like, this is something I've heard about. Like, Thai culture too. Like with the trans providers in Thailand. Is because of Buddhism. Like, Buddha just accepts people as people.
Right.
So it's like, no, you're trans. It's cool.
You're an escort. It's cool.
Yeah.
Love it. I want to go to Thailand so bad.
What's
that's
stopping
the next
you?
place. Well, I want to get this house. So as soon as I have that, I'm gonna be moving this winter, I think is the plan. And then gonna celebrate my birthday maybe.
No, you should definitely celebrate your birthday.
Yeah. Last year I went to Hawaii, so gotta think of something this year.
What did you think of Hawaii, by the way?
I liked it. I was there with my grandmother, and it was what's the name of the island? Walea something. But it's like a honeymoon island. And there I was in like my bikini with my big titties and like all these like couples and all like the newlyweds giving me the ugliest looks. So
sounds like their problem.
Yeah, it was fun. I think it's beautiful out there. Definitely go back.
I've only been to Hawaii once. I thought it was rad, but it was also like, I landed and I was like, oh, this is still fucking America. There's a Cheesecake Factory. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. It's very commercialized.
Yeah,
for sure.
it was one of those things where like, when I travel, I want to avoid Americana. I'm like, part of the goal is to get out of America. And it was just like, oh shit, there's a Cheesecake Factory. Yep, this is still very much America. Fuck. I also, to be fair, on the one time I've been to Hawaii, was on a layover on the way back from Japan. So
Okay. That's a fun layover.
it was very intentional. It was like, oh, I can break up a fucking 13-hour flight with a layover for a fucking full day in Hawaii. Yeah, doing that for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I like an island. I like being on the beach, half naked. It's always fun.
If you get the chance, go to Cuba.
Cuba?
Cuba's rad.
Oh, okay.
I've been twice.
I heard it's like kind of crazy out there.
Oh, it's a wild place.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a wild place, but it's rad.
Okay. You got your cigars there?
I did. They were. It's the only thing that is overpriced in that country. At this
Yeah.
point. Like,
They got old cars, I've heard, like on the streets.
I'll show you pictures when we get off air. Like I did a bunch of photography when I was there last time. So after Expos Miami in May, because most of the fucking cost to get to Cuba is getting to Miami. I'm like, I'm already there. Fuck it. I'm going to hop the 45-minute flight to Cuba.
It's 45 minutes. That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. Bounce to Havana for like 4 days.
Okay.
Right after Expos Miami. And it's just like, the food's rad. The people are cool. There's a bunch of urban decay. Yes. Like I would have loved to have seen this place like when it was, pristine and new, but it's just a wild place. Everyone's on a fucking hustle.
Yeah. I heard, like, I know someone that went, and he was like walking around somewhere, and I guess some guy was just like drawing like on a notepad and like following him, and then was like, I drew you, pay me.
Yep.
And he was like, I didn't ask for that, but okay.
Yeah, that's happened both times I was there. It's like,
Yeah.
I give him like a 5. It was no big deal.
Self-portrait.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will show you the drawings of me from fucking both Cuba trips. I've been there twice. Like,
Oh, fun.
but the beaches are rad. Like, and when I was there in 2017, for like 13 US, they literally set up a table and brought lobsters out to the beach for us.
Lobster. I love lobster. So yummy.
Well, lobster's amazing, but it's also much more amazing when they're like, we're going to build you a table on the beach and here's your lobster.
No, that's dope.
And like, for like, what? I spent under $20 for this? All right. Done.
Live like a king.
Yeah.
Nice.
The dollar goes so insanely far. It's amazing.
I've heard that with Thailand too.
I have to experience it. Like, I've never made it into mainland Asia. I've only been to Japan a bunch of times. So like Thailand, like I've heard that about Thailand. I gotta go. I have to go.
I want to ride an elephant in Thailand.
Hell yeah.
Ride something out there.
You could ride something and ride an elephant. Whatever makes you happy.
Right.
Just pick up a random Thai boy.
Ooh. I'll slurp on his noodles.
Hey, you're on vacation. Do what makes you happy.
Exactly.
I don't know when like anyone would knock that. Like, it's fucking crazy that people would still be like, oh, that's not right. Like, no, fuck that. We have finite time on this planet. Why not do everything you can fucking enjoy as much as you can?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it feels very dystopian, like living in this world and planet. So if I do anything that brings me joy, like I'm going to do it to the fullest.
Yeah, this is not the dystopia I signed up for.
Yeah.
I signed up for some Blade Runner shit. Like, I want to see like flying cars and like neon and everywhere. And like, no. No. We just have fucking
A circus.
just a horrible, horrible circus. And it's just like, oh, cool. A McDonald's. Why?
It's insane.
Healthcare is insane. It's like, cool. This is, not the dystopia I wanted.
At least there's Starbucks.
What's your drink?
I used to love like a huge, large black iced coffee with nothing in it. But this was the first year I've ever had like kidney stones. And they told me it was from drinking coffee. So I had to quit.
Those fucking monsters.
I know.
Second opinion. You need a second opinion.
It was honestly so painful that I think I'm just going to like eat clean and
Coffee's clean? How's coffee not clean?
I thought so too. Like, I don't drink milk with it. Like, I just get it black and iced and.
That's my order too. So I'm like a little
Oh,
worried.
really?
Yeah. Black, like a venti black iced coffee is my Starbucks order. So I'm a little worried too. Like,
Well, it does run in my family, kidney stones. So.
Yeah, but you're young and healthy. I'm not. I am not any of those things. So I'm just like, but no, not my black coffee.
It was hard to give up.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I had the worst like headache for days and I was such a bitch.
Caffeine withdrawals are real.
They are. Yeah. It's an addiction.
It is the most socially acceptable addiction on the planet.
I think so, besides sugar.
Yeah. I don't know if sugar's more. I mean, they're both very socially acceptable. I just don't know which one adults consume more of.
I feel like adults consume more sugar because they don't have like their parents telling them no.
Fair enough. I did eat like a lemon sorbet for fucking dessert for dinner last night.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I'm living this rock and roll lifestyle.
You didn't save me any?
I
You knew I
did.
was coming.
I did. Brittany, can you forgive me?
I don't know. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to buy me a boob job.
God damn, that's the most expensive lemon sorbet I've ever fucking bought. God damn. $6.99 lemon sorbet cost me a fucking $30,000 boob job? Fuck.
And then you'll have my forgiveness.
I will have to live without it, I think.
Well, I guess this is over.
Well, Brittany, where can they find you on the things? Like, he's not buying me a boob job. I am fucking out of here.
This is not what I signed up for.
You're like, I signed up for a podcast, for a little self-promotion, and another fucking tit job.
You'll be hearing from my publicist.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure she will be like, what the fuck? You didn't get her a tit job. What the fuck?
She'll send you the invoice.
How much bigger do you want to go?
I could see myself with like slightly bigger than this. I don't want to be like freak show boobies.
You don't want to go like 1980s porn star fucking.
That's how I feel I look now. No?
I don't know.
No?
In the real world, you look proportionate.
I feel like I am small though. Like I'm 5'3", so I think
Everyone in this industry is 5'3".
not trannies. I'm the
Fair.
smallest tranny on set. Guarantee.
Fair.
But yeah, sorry. Just had to flex that. I could see a little bigger though, like a 1200 cc. I have 1,000 right now.
That sounds like numbers. I don't know. I having never bought a boob job or ever priced one out. I
Like
will.
this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still not buying it. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I hope we can still be friends.
I'll think about it.
Brittany's already blocked me. Like, she hasn't even touched her phone, but she managed to block me because I'm not buying her a boob job. Like, God.
I just thought like you really liked me.
Brittany, I do. I am enjoying this. I'm having a good time. I've just never bought a boob job. And why would I buy you a boob
You've
job?
never bought a boob job?
I've never bought a boob job.
Wow, there's a first for everything.
Yeah, why wouldn't I buy myself one first?
2 for 1. I can...
I'm not sure I want to trust a surgeon that does 2 for 1. Like, I don't want to trust that guy. That's how you get like fucking like concrete in your tits or some shit.
Concrete.
I'm making shit up.
MRSA.
Ugh.
Mm.
That's not how I want to go.
How big do you want to go?
Well, I don't know what CC like. I'm happy with my naturals right now.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Well, poor dietary choices can get you here too.
You know what? I'm going to start taking notes.
All right, we're gonna hit an all-you-can-eat buffet. What's your thoughts on Korean barbecue
I like Chinese food better.
in LA?
I like American Chinese food. I like American Asian food, if that makes sense.
Are you
Like
talking Panda Express?
Panda Express, I love. So good. Orange chicken.
Fucking ridiculous.
So yummy.
Fucking Chinese food. Like,
And like fried rice.
there's nothing wrong with fried rice, but I'm just saying, for all the Asian cuisine in LA, Chinese is probably our weakest.
I love it. I can't help it.
Where are you eating besides Panda Express?
I've gone out to Montreal, like when my friends lives out there, and there's like this one noodle place and like Little Tokyo out there, and it just doesn't hit like Panda Express. Like I don't know, the chemicals in it just taste so good.
That processed chicken.
I need to get my Red 40, my microplastics. They don't have that in Canada.
I'm pretty sure you have some macroplastics in you too. Like
A macro, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
do you need more plastics? Do you need
I mean, I'd rather have it in me than in the ocean.
fair?
So,
But why do you care about the future?
global warming,
Yeah, but neither one of us are going to be here for when it like actually matters.
it's already bad.
Yeah, but by the time it's really bad, we'll both be dead.
True.
And neither one of us are having children, so why does it matter?
It doesn't really matter. But what if like reincarnation is real and we reincarnate and it's like Wally type of world?
Well, I'm fucked if reincarnation's real. I'm just fucked. Because they're not going to put me in a good one. Shit. Done too much bad in this world.
I think in my next life I'll be like a pharaoh or like the Queen of England, maybe. I want to be royalty for sure.
You just want to be a monster?
I don't know. I want to have a throne.
Yeah, I hate to break to you. You could just buy one of those.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's only really counts if you get the throne from breaking the backs of fucking indigenous people.
But having a throne, like you also like have, people that like wait on you.
Oh, you're telling me you don't have people that are worshiping you right now. You're telling me that.
Not enough. I could always use more. There's never enough.
Well, obviously, but I feel like you have enough now that
Well,
that could at least serve you fucking on your throne.
I mean, I'm getting there. I eventually do want to like make my own country and like just have all my like worshipers just be part of that community.
Where in the world would this country be?
I think Brittany is like a country, isn't it? The name Brittany.
Well, Brittany was a little like existed in like where Western France is now, like Brittany. But
It was a country, right?
yeah,
Okay, I thought so.
you're gonna reconquer that shit. You're gonna steal it from the French.
Well, I think it's my birthright. They need to give that to me.
Just gotta show up and be like, yo, France, mine.
I'd be down.
What's stopping you?
I'm just so busy.
Too busy for world conquest. I see how it is. Priorities, Brittany. Priorities. What the fuck's wrong?
I'll get there. I'll get my publicist on it.
Just she's gonna send a press release to the fucking French government. Be like, by the way, we're making a claim on this, this I can talk. This ancient land that we have a claim to because this is Brittany.
I think it'll happen. I'm manifesting it. And when I was in Vegas for Aubrey's like directorial debut, the whole thing was Marie Antoinette themed. And we got to play like princesses with like our servants.
She lost her head. They cut her head off.
Yeah, and she had like Aubrey had a candle of Marie Antoinette, and like she dropped the candle and the head fell off.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, that her ghost is here.
They guillotined Marie Antoinette. Not necessarily who you want to be aspiring to be.
But the outfits were so good.
It's like, if the fashion's good enough, I can lose my head over it. It's fine.
I mean, I'll be dead anyways.
Well, this is true. But it's those moments up until the death that like kind of sound like not a good time.
I don't know. Guillotine, that's kind of iconic.
It is, but then there's the whole like them marching you to it and then putting you in it and like fucking the mobs watching you as the fucking blade.
I'll rather do that than like get diagnosed with cancer and like have to do radiation and like have like a year span of like death
I mean,
happen.
you don't have to take the radiation. You could just be like, all right, cool, cancer. You don't
and
have-
then get guillotined.
Fair. You could do that. Or you could just be like, oh, shit, stage 4 cancer. Cool. And then party it up till you just drop.
Yeah. I don't think radiation's meant for me.
Losing all your hair? That sounds like no fun.
I mean, I'm happy to lose hair like on my hole.
Most.
I like to keep that hairless. You?
Oh, it's hairy as shit.
Ooh.
Like, sorry, audience. I've said this. I feel like I've said this 4 or 5 times in the last couple podcasts. Like, it's a mullet. It's short in front and it's party in the back.
Mullet?
It's short in front and party in the back at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, my asshole's hairy.
What about your cheeks? Are they hairy?
A little bit, yeah. I'm a Jew. Like, I'm just a hairy man.
Okay, yummy.
It's just what it is. Like,
Guys should have hair.
well, I agree.
I think guys need to stop, like, I don't know, shaving their asshole.
Well, I never have. I have never shaved my asshole.
You're a trailblazer, trendsetter.
Or I'm lazy. Could be a little bit column A. Could be, I generally just shave my dick and balls, and that's about it. And I had to apologize to a partner very recently, like, oh, this is an unexpected hookup. I'm sorry, I'm a little hairy.
I prefer hair. I think, I don't know. It's more manly. I want to be able to smell it.
Yeah, but who wants to pick pubes out of their fucking teeth?
I got veneers.
That's still in your mouth.
You can floss them.
Fair, but I don't know.
It's more intimate.
I felt the need to apologize because it's just like, it was a hookup that was just like, I was not expecting this tonight, so I didn't exactly get myself date ready.
So you're date ready when the bush is shaved?
Oh yeah, no. You trim above the dick, and like the balls have to be, baby smooth, and like, the shaft needs to be smooth as well.
Okay. I like a little. Do you shave like to the base, or do you just trim?
So the shaft definitely needs to be like shaved. Like, no one wants stubble.
No prickles?
No.
It kind of adds like texture. It's like a ripped condom.
I just have trauma from like when I was a younger man and like just, having a stubbly beard and, partners being like, oh, that doesn't feel good. And like, so I just don't want stubble there. I just want it fucking clean.
Okay. What do you think of girls with like a full George of the Jungle bush?
It's a bit much. Not my jam.
No bush for you.
Like a tasteful, like, I don't know. If I'm going down on you, I do not want to pick pubes out of my fucking mouth.
I shave my dick and my balls and my hole, and for a girl not to shave her puss, it's like, okay.
Like, if you got a bush above, or you got a Dorito or a landing strip or some shit like that.
I prefer a landing strip if you're gonna have something there. Don't just like not have anything.
Yeah, that's fine. But when your labia goes in my mouth, I want just labia.
Okay.
Just a preference.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I've eaten out girls with like bushes and no bush, and I just think no bush just looks girly,
Yeah. And I appreciate the look of a pretty pussy. Like, literally, like
like an innie or outie.
A nice clamshell. Like,
oh, okay, cute.
Yeah. Well, the last girl I hooked up with, the one who was like, I wasn't prepared to, it was just like, oh, you have a very pretty pussy. It was great.
Some are better than others.
Oh, 100%. I've had all types in my mouth.
All colors, too?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I don't discriminate. Shit.
Have you ever seen like a gray pussy? Where the lips are a little gray.
I plead the fifth because, that case is still pending. Oh, wait a minute. You're not talking about dead. Oh, my. Okay. No, I've never. I don't. Gray? No. No. Ugh. I'd be a little weirded out. Like, girl, are you not getting enough blood? Like, what's happening? Like, this is why you should fuck with the lights on, so you can be like, I know what I'm putting in my mouth or what I'm sticking my dick in.
I love girls that like go and get like labiaplasties. I think that's so cute.
I honestly don't know if I've ever fucked anyone like, because anyone I fucked with was like a pretty like what could have been a science pussy. I don't
Science pussy?
surgically corrected. It's science. That's science. That's a science pussy.
That's a bimbo pussy. Bimbofication.
Yeah. I don't know. No one's ever told me, be like, by the way, I got a labiaplasty. Like,
They don't disclose.
no. I mean, I understand. In the heat of the moment, you're like, by the way, how do you think my surgeon did? Like, and I'm a dumb dude. I'm just like, I'm happy to be in the game.
What do you think of guys that like get like dick enlargement surgery?
Well, seeing as it kills a lot of motherfuckers, like, it's a risky play.
Uh-huh.
I have an average penis. I'm happy with it. I've never had any complaints. No one has ever verbalized a complaint to me. So,
If you had all the money in the world, would you get
fuck
the
no.
surge?
No.
No.
Because I also recognize that, like, except for some size queens who are like, I'm looking to have my cervix bruised, my average penis does the job.
Uh-huh.
No, and I have some friends who are like, oh, unless my cervix is bruised, it wasn't sex. I'm just like, well, you and I will never fuck. But for the majority of people that I've had sex with, like, I've been like, oh, you have a nice boyfriend dick. Cool. Happy to provide.
Oh, love boyfriend dick. That's
Yeah.
great.
And people who are out there who are just like, oh, I wish I had dreads dick. I'm like, dog, you understand. The majority of people, when they see that, if they see that in real life, are like, nope.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to get used to it for sure.
But how many people, like, if you were just a random hookup, were like, nope, that's not going inside me. Nope.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I've taken dick that I didn't know was a robo dick at the time, but it turns out it was.
How'd you find out?
Through other people. And like, he was also a performer, and like, he hasn't worked recently because like the hydraulics failed, I heard. So
Oh, this is gonna be the worst.
yeah, it's kind of sad. But I don't know. I just think you should love your dick, whether you're a girl or a boy.
For sure. Well, it's also one of those things where, like, I have no control over the size of my fucking penis.
No penis pump?
No. I'm very happy at 43 years old. My dick works naturally. Like, I've never had to fucking take pills. And my audience is well aware because I've talked about it before. Like, I've failed. It happens. Like, it just happens as a dude.
It happens to everyone. Yeah.
It's something to be ashamed of, but like, it still works. So I'm fucking ecstatic about it. It's just like, oh, hey, I'm sexually aroused. My dick works. Cool. Awesome. Like, no one has ever vocalized a complaint to me. Like, I have known girls over there who are just like, if he takes his pants off and it's on a certain size, I'm just going to tell him, like, take me home. Never experienced that. I have never experienced anyone be like, seeing my dick and be like, take me home. Now, to be fair, I don't know if any of those girls were actually fucking ever done that in real life, or they're just talking fucking big game.
Right. I think you also obviously don't have like a micropeen also.
Correct.
Because that would be a different story.
But also, even if you did, the confidence is the key. Because if you're just like,
a big dick energy.
Yeah. If I'm like, I have a micropeen, like, no one's going to want to fuck you. Confidence, like, no one wants to be with someone who doesn't even can't even convince themselves that they want to be there.
True. And I guess, there's a pot for every lid. And, some people are into micropeens. So
some people are fucking angels and they're just like, okay, you have a micropeen, but I'm super into you. We'll make this work. Like, you best eat pussy or some shit, but you'll make this, we'll make this work because I'm into you as a person. It's not just like purely your genitals. But if that person is just like, I have a micro, like, no, like, being self-conscious, especially when at the point where like clothing is coming off, is such a turnoff to everyone. No one wants to fuck someone who's unsure, lacks self-confidence when it comes to getting in the bed. Like, I've told the story on air. Like, I literally was fucking a girl. I was inside her and she was just like, you're thinking about those porno girls, are you? And I was just so turned off of them. Like, I'm literally inside you right now.
Oh
literally
my
inside you, and you're
God,
gonna
yeah.
be self-conscious that you think I'm thinking about someone else while I'm
Boner
fucking you.
killer. Ew.
Yeah, it's gross. Exactly. It's like, you know what? Never fucked her again after that. And it's just like, it wasn't that the sex wasn't a good time. It was just like, I was just super turned off. Like, why are you vocalizing that you think I'm thinking about someone else while I'm fucking you?
Insecure.
Exactly. And like, I got no time for that.
When you have a dick inside you isn't the best thing to be insecure.
No. Obviously, it got erect. I didn't drop a little blue pills. It's inside you. Like,
And even if it wasn't, and you're still naked, like, girl, put your big boobies on and.
well, and this is someone who I had fucked on multiple other occasions before this. So it's just like, the fuck is happening here?
It sounds like a terrible experience.
Wasn't great. One of those, post-nut clarity, like, yeah, this is probably something I shouldn't have done.
It wasn't done after that.
It was not. There has been no repeat business.
That is something to drink to, I think.
I agree. Cheers again.
Cheers to that. Ah.
You
I got my red 40 drink.
happy to make it for you. It's kind of like, entertainment. Once your clothes come off, you need to fake it till you make it.
It's showtime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You act like a porn star. Don't be talking about if you're thinking about other porn stars. Ew.
Right. You shouldn't voice any like self-esteem issues or confidence. Like,
oh, you're staring at my titty that's bigger than the other one, aren't you?
right. Oh, holy shit. Like, I hooked up with a girl during the pandemic. Like, as the first time we hooked up, as her shirt going, like, one of my tits is bigger than the other one. I'm like, girl, do you not see my hard dick here? I am going to fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
the couple of ounces of difference in your tits, I would have never noticed. I'm looking to run it in you right now. Like,
But now that you said it, that's all I can stare at.
oh, I mean, I still.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. But it was still like, this is weird. We're here. This is where I want to be. Like, what kind of monster do you think I am to be like,
You're not perfect.
you're not absolutely perfect?
Then I don't want to stick my dick in you.
Right. No.
Get out.
I'm a horny dude. I'm obviously going to fuck you. Like, stop.
Right.
As a dude, you get those fucking voices in the back of your head too. It's just like, especially because I mostly hook up with performers, so it's just like, I'm never going to vocalize like, oh shit, how does my dick compare to some male performer? Because it doesn't fucking actually matter.
And also, do you really want to know?
No.
Just like, I don't know. It's crazy that so many people that aren't like in the industry or like very like have slept with like 3 people have like no confidence or don't even, I don't know, don't really know how to fuck because they just aren't in tune with their sexuality, their sex life, their body.
Well, they're also afraid to ask what their partner's into.
Or sometimes they do, and then they completely neglect what they are into,
Well, you got to find the balancing act. But look, I've definitely, if you were to ask all my partners on like what it was like to fuck me, some people have had very different experiences.
Yeah.
There are definitely been some people that I've had rough sex with. There are definitely some people who are like, oh, he made love to me.
Oh. Yeah, it's
about knowing your audience.
right. No, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. No, there's definitely some people who are just like, oh, no. You want a missionary, soft, well, not soft strokes, but like, steady rhythm, some eye contact.
What do you think of hard eye contact? Like seeing into your soul every second of it. It's kind of intense.
It's super intense. I don't know if I'd maintain my erection. What? Why are you looking so deep into my? I generally don't hook up with people who are looking for that. So,
okay. I think I don't know. It's hard for me not to laugh if I'm getting like intense eye contact like that. I like to close my eyes during sex sometimes too.
Well, yeah. Feel what's actually happening instead of looking.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Opens up your sensories.
Yeah, it's not great for like being on camera, but for real life sex, like, yeah.
Also on camera, like, I don't know. I think I look kind of good with my eyes closed too.
So sitting there getting pounded.
It's kind of a vibe.
And I'm sure your audience is fucking into it.
They're in all of it.
That's the important part. That's what fucking money. That's what, puts you on box covers is people being fucking into it.
And I'm definitely into it too.
What's sex like for you in real life? What is the difference between you banging off camera versus you banging on camera?
On camera, I'm definitely more vocal. I'm very, I don't know. It's very true when other performers are like, it's not as comfortable like having sex on camera because you have to show the penetration. You have to, cheat to the camera. But when I'm on set, like I'm always thinking about how is my posture, like what angle are you getting of me right now? Let me like try and find the camera, like do a look back at it type of thing. But in personal life, it's more so like I'm just focused on them and making them nut.
Are you looking for someone who's going to have some stamina, or are you just like, do you take it as a, bit of pride, be like, oh, I made them pop quick?
I do find it as a compliment when they pop quickly, but at the same time, I don't know. Like it is fun to like go multiple rounds.
Oh, for sure.
If I'm really into the person, which would have to be if I'm having sex like off camera, I try and like make that connection, like that intimate moment that I don't really get too often. But I had some last night and it was awesome.
Oh shit. What happened last night?
It was good. I got my dick sucked for like 30 minutes and then made him nut. And yeah, we had like a little summer party.
Aw, so cute. Are you able to come to, get completion from getting your dick sucked?
Yeah, and I did.
Nice.
And he ate it all up.
Nice.
I loved it.
Yeah, because as someone who is not on any hormone therapy, I don't know exactly how all this works.
Me coming, like, I don't know. You have to be there for it to happen. Like, not a lot of guys can say they've made me come. So if you can, like, wear that as a badge of honor,
How do people normally get you off?
I do like getting like stroked off while I'm getting fucked. That's fun. And also like, cause I do top too. And that can be a little bit more difficult for me to nut that way. So it would have to be like just oral or something good or reliable.
A mouth's a mouth.
Right. Yeah, it was fun.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're getting yours off camera.
Yeah, no, it's the first time I had sex in like a month since for like off camera. Or like it wasn't like a client or something. It was just like for me to enjoy, which I do forget. Like I can see why people do that,
Yeah, it's fucking important to have human connection and like
yeah.
try to like do it with no strings attached or no bullshit involved. It's like, oh, hey, no manipulation, no money, no like, hey, we're just going to enjoy each other's fucking company and try to like get each other off. It's fucking important.
It was nice. A good little reminder.
You going to see them again?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm seeing him in 2 weeks.
Why so long?
He's not in Cali.
Obviously, he's just not going to put in the effort to get it here sooner.
I mean, I don't know. Our paths cross a lot, but I'll leave it at that. So,
I'm not trying to call out who it is. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, it's nice. Like, and like so much of my sex life is public. It's fun just having like my own private thing.
Well, yeah, you should be doing shit for you. Like, not everything should be about, will it help my numbers?
Will it get me a boob job?
Well, seeing as you're soliciting me for boob jobs, maybe some of it should be for a boob job. Like, Because you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel if you're trying to get a boob job out of me. Just saying.
You can't blame a girl for trying.
No. I appreciate the hustle.
Thank you.
I can still say no, but I can appreciate the hustle. I got my own shit to fix. Like I have my own shit to fix before I buy other people boob jobs.
Well, once you get there, you know where to find me.
When I'm just like the boob job fairy, like you get a boob job, and it's like Oprah with the cars back in the day, like you get a boob job, and you get a boob job, and you get a boob job, and you get a boob job, just rolling around ABN giving out boob jobs.
When I'm the queen of Britney, definitely giving out every citizen a boob job.
If they like it or not.
Yeah, male or female, you're getting one. You're gonna play with your titties for me.
Why would anyone be mad at that? Everyone loves tits. Everyone.
It's going to take over. Everyone's going to relocate. It's going to be big.
What's your economic policy?
Very socialism. Everyone gets like a little tiny apartment while I'm in this giant like mansion.
You really are trying to get guillotined, aren't you? Like oh yeah, you get fucking 600 square feet while I'm in this fucking giant man. That is how you get guillotined.
Well, I mean, history repeats itself.
It does.
Maybe I'm re-internet reincarnated.
To be fair, it sounds like it could be better than America in like 48 hours. Lord knows what happens tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's going to be crazy.
At time of recording, it is November 4th. By the time this episode is released, everything we do may be illegal. We don't know.
I might be on the run. We'll see.
Where do you plan to flee to if you have to run?
If I have to flee, God, I'll probably have to go to like Germany or somewhere like, I don't know.
Bunch of performers ended up in Portugal recently, and they've been killing it.
Portugal, okay. I do like Canada also. They're super chill. I just wish they shot more transport out there.
Well, if you're there, they can.
If I'm there, they have a reason to.
Right? If there are more trans girls there, they can shoot more trans porn.
True. I guess I could go anywhere. Maybe I'll flee to Antarctica.
That seems like a bad plan.
Get fucked in an igloo with the Northern Lights.
I mean, I'll be jealous of you if you do, because one of my goals in life is to have sex on every continent.
Oh, nice.
And I've been on 6 continents. I haven't been to Antarctica yet. And like, I feel like if I'm going to fuck on Antarctica, I got to bring someone with me. It's not like I could go down there and just be like, yo, so we fuck?
Maybe like you could find an Eskimo.
Yeah, but if I'm going to spend that time and money, why gamble? Why gamble on it? I need to bring someone with me.
Could be part of the fun.
Well, then make it a threesome.
True, with an Eskimo in an igloo.
Right.
That'd be hot.
Right. And like, if I'm gonna bring, I'll bring someone with me. If we can pull in a third, menage a trois on the fucking,
Menage a tranny.
But it's just, I gotta bang. I'm also short Australia and Africa. Like, I've been there. I didn't fucking either one of them.
I really want to do Australia. I have a lot of fans out there. I want to see.
What's stopping you?
Well, there's so much going on right now, like outside of the election, but getting my house, and then like award season's about to come up, and
so like March, go there in fucking March.
Yeah, I have to plan it.
Australia's fun. I had a good time down there. They love Americans.
Ooh, I want to see Kath and Kim out there. Have you seen that show?
Mm.
It's so funny.
What's it about?
It's about like an Australian mom and like her daughter. Yeah, they're just like doing shenanigans in their accent.
Do it. Go down there. Fucking do it. They're very friendly. And like, full service sex work is legal down there. So.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I know they have like summer during December too.
Yeah. And their winters are in the middle of our summer. Like when I was down there, I went down there in July, and it was still fine. It was like 60 degrees. It was fine.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, even their winter is not that cold. It's like it's LA climate.
Did you box a kangaroo out there?
I did not, but I ate a kangaroo.
Ew, you ate one?
Delicious.
That's savage.
They served it to me on a pizza, so
Kangaroo pizza?
yep.
Like in the shape of pepperoni?
No, it was just kind of like
Like a
meat on
chunk?
yeah. I had a kangaroo and emu pizza. So like the Australian coat of arms has emu and kangaroo on it. I'm like, oh, it's the coat of arms pizza. It was actually pretty fucking good. It was one of the better meals I had down there.
I've never had kangaroo.
You should. It's delicious.
I've had lamb and that kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Why?
I don't know. Just like chewy. Was it chewy?
Not really. A little gamey, but it was good.
Gamey meat sounds so yummy.
Legitimately one of the better meals I had in Australia. Like,
What's that one paste that they eat? It looks like toothpaste.
oh, Vegemite?
Vegemite. Yeah, I want to try that.
Vegemite's pretty good. Well, okay, Vegemite's good on good bread with salty butter is what my experience is. And like the only time I've had Vegemite was actually in this apartment. So,
Oh, okay. Not so authentic.
oh no, it was authentic. Shout out to Angela White for bringing Vegemite over.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, Angela brought over Vegemite. I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Your Vegemite dealer.
Yeah. Shh. On the DL. On the DL. But go. Fucking.
I will. I'll have them squirt it in my mouth. I'll get authentic Vegemite taste.
Just like, Australians squirt that Vegemite in my mouth.
Yeah, give me your Vegemite. Right there.
It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, they have sexpos and shit down there too. So like you could probably go down there and sign and make some money.
Yeah, one of my friends went out there this year and she was escorting. She was like, girl, they were like, oh my God, I love Brittany. When is she coming? So I gotta do it at some point.
Sooner than later.
World tour.
Do that shit. Do that shit, Brittany. Do it.
Dates coming soon. Follow my Twitter for more info.
Right after ABN, what the fuck has you staying in the States? Once you close on the house and the award season's over, what the fuck is keeping you in the States?
I guess you're right. Just my kitty.
I'm sure someone else can feed your pussy while you're gone.
Probably, but that'll be a different type of pussy.
True. Very true. I think he'll be all right. And I think you'll have a lot of fun. Like they were super friendly. It was good times down there.
The beaches I've heard are really beautiful too.
I didn't see the beaches.
Fake.
I am
I'm kidding.
I am an urban explorer. Like I'm just like, no, I'm bumming around Sydney. Like I went to bars and restaurants and like just bummed around and went to record stores and shit like that.
Ooh, I want to go to Australia and play with someone's didgeridoo.
I think you can arrange that. Think you can pull that shit off. Wouldn't it be awesome if like you go down there and like actually like perform like music while you're down there too?
That would be crazy.
What's to stop you?
I just got to book it.
Yeah, book that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out by like, yo, I'm coming down there anyways. Like, even if you do a bar show, like that would be rad.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know. I gotta make it happen.
Well, you should do that shit.
You sold me on the Vegemite. Now that's all I can think of.
My bad. I'm sorry. I have clouded your mind with Vegemite. My bad.
It's okay. I'll have to get my fix tonight.
I don't even know where you'd get Vegemite at this hour.
Well, shouldn't have told me Angela. I'm gonna have to hit her up, get her prices.
Where can you get Vegemite? I'm
Probably like Walmart, right?
you going into the valley? Like, there's no Walmart on the side of the hill. Gross. There's no Walmart on this side of the hill. Like, gross. I'm trying to find where you can get Vegemite.
I feel like, I don't know, a little tiny hole in the wall. There's got to be like an Australia store out here somewhere.
There's a bunch of them. They're just not open this late. All of them are like, we open at 7 a.m. tomorrow.
I guess I'll just have to go down and introduce myself. Be like, listen, I need my Vegemite fix.
I need Vegemite now, motherfuckers. Now.
Give it to me. I want to taste it.
Hell yeah. Brittany, I hate to do it. We got to call last call on this motherfucker. It has been 2 hours already. Told you, it goes quick.
It does.
Before we get you out of here, where can they find you on the things?
You can find me and all my things at BrittanyKade.com, Twitter /X, Brittany, Instagram, Brittany Kade XO, and everywhere else, Brittany Kade something.
Brittany Kade something awesome. Brittany, it was a pleasure. We'll have to do this again.
Absolutely. I'm so honored to be here. Definitely happy to come back for sure.
Oh. But until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Mwah.